What's up, everybody? It's your boy PER here, and I'm just here to bring you some happiness and satisfaction in your life. You know what I mean? So, just something interesting came into my head, and I just wanted to discuss it with you guys and tell you how I feel about it. So, I'm not made of money, you know? I don't got a lot of money, and when I want to go around town, the only way I could do that if I don't drive is I gotta rely on a taxi. And it's funny because every time I use one, I slowly realize how stupid taxis are. And in this video, you're going to realize why I find them so fucking stupid through a step-by-step procedure. Now, the first part to any taxi ride isn't even the taxi ride at all, right? It's the fucking call. And I find calling one of the most annoying things in the entire procedure of getting a taxi. So it's like you pick up the phone and you call and you're like, you wait and you wait and you wait, and then you get that receiver and the person on the other line is like, oh, welcome to whatever taxi it is, can I get your name? And you're like, oh, my name is Fred, and it's like, oh, okay, Fred, and where do you live? And it's like, or where do you want it to be picked up? And it's like, I don't want to it's like, it's no reason for me to tell you where to pick it. Just like, use the police scanner shit that police have, to scan my address or scan my phone number and know where I am, so that I don't have to fucking tell you, you know what I mean? But then, once the call is done, that's not even the worst part. The worst part is actually fucking waiting. I hate fucking waiting. Waiting is literally the worst thing ever. I am not patient at all. It's like you have to wait upwards of like 30 minutes sometimes just for them to even come. And it's so fucking ridiculous because you're just standing around. Sometimes you're just chilling in your house. You have enough time to take another fucking shower if you wanted to. And then it comes. And it's like sometimes they still don't come. And then you have to call back and you have to be like, yo, like where the fuck is my taxi? Like you didn't come. Where the fuck is it? And they're like, then they tell you some bullshit where it's like, oh, it left like 10 minutes ago, like it should be there. And like, that's ridiculous. You're a company, you're a fucking company. You should know what the fuck is going on with your personnel and where the hell everybody is at the same time. Like, get that shit fixed, man. And then it's at this point when you realize that the car is finally here, the taxi arrived, and then you look inside, and like, this is when you see the horrors of the fucking taxi that you got. Like, sometimes I won't lie, sometimes it's clean and like it's fresh and whatever, but then there's times when you get taxis and it's like, what the fuck is this? There's like fucking cardboard food boxes in the corner, there's like sticky shit attaching to your foot like it's a fucking movie theater, like. And then you see that sign that every taxi has that tells you like the rates, and it's like, oh, fucking 16 cents a kilometer or whatever the hell it is, and it's like, there's one where it's like, if you get it dirty, then you gotta pay for it. And it's like, I shouldn't have to pay to ask you to clean your fucking car. Like, that's not this is your fucking workspace. Your workspace should be fucking clean. I shouldn't have to tell you how to clean your fucking workspace. That's fucking ridiculous. Alright? And then another problem that I fucking have is, once you start going and you tell them where you want to go. Like, if I want to go to 123 Main Street, they're gonna come around and sometimes they're gonna ask you like, oh, where is that? Or like, how do I get there? Like, you're a fucking taxi driver. Like, unless you're new, this should be fucking elementary to you. You should know all the ins and outs of the city. Like, it's not fucking hard, especially if you come from a smaller city. It shouldn't be hard unless it's some sort of backwoods, out of the town kind of path. It makes no sense. And the worst part is when they fucking try to take a path that you don't like, because sometimes, they just do it to get more money out of you because they're scumbags. And it's like, the worst part is like, it's frowned upon if you try to tell them to go in another direction. Like, I'm trying to save my money and get to my place as fast as possible. Are you going to tell me that it's fucking disrespectful if I see them taking a different path? No, like, that's not cool. I don't want to fucking pay extra money, especially for the fact that they're going the wrong way. Like, that's not cool for me. That means I'm wasting my money. I'm not fly with that. No, that's not going down. And then finally you reach your destination, and it's like, this is the most drudging part of the fucking ride, and it's the payment. Now, of course, I know I'm not saying don't pay or run out. I mean, sure, pay. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. It's a service, you fucking pay a service. Like, that's how society works. That's how we separate ourselves from fucking monkeys and donkeys and all that shit. It's because we can interact like that as human beings. Alright? But, this is what I don't like. So I don't carry change on me a lot, or I don't carry cash a lot, because I have some sort of like irrational fear that I'm gonna get fucking like mugged by some naked dude with a knife or something, you know. So I tend to carry my debit card like the majority of my time. Like all my money's on my debit card, and like sometimes they don't have a machine, like a debit machine. Like, what, are you fucking serious? It's like 2016. Like, everything is like that new age technology, and you're gonna tell me that you're still stuck with a fucking abacus and you're fucking just typing everything on the fucking keyboard and just trying to fucking find change in what you no, just fucking get the debit machine. Like, it's ridiculous. Now, like, I have to leave the car and go to like the closest ATM and get money out of it. Why should I do that? Just fucking get a debit machine. It solves all the fucking problems. And here's another thing, like, people think I'm very scumbaggy for doing this, but I don't believe in tips. I honestly don't. I'm gonna probably get flamed for this, but I just don't believe in the tips and the tipping service and giving people more money for what they're doing. So I just give people what they're owed, and I give it to them, and then we're gone. But like, now I seem like a scumbag for not fucking tipping someone who drove me from place. Like, I didn't even want you to drive me. I just needed something. If a donkey or a freaking monkey or an elephant could have drove me from point A to point B, I would have gladly taken them. But it's just that I had to be with you. It just ended like that. So don't take it personally when I don't fucking tip you. It's not something that I'm doing against you. I don't have a vendetta against you. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Like, sorry, not sorry. I'm not fucking tipping you. Like, get over it. It's not happening. Now, with all this bullshit happening with the taxis and taxi services, in the past couple years, there's been something amazing that's come out, and I fucking use it all the time now, and it's Uber. Everybody knows what Uber is. You know, it's the fucking peer-to-peer taxi servicing. It's not a company. It's just regular people doing regular things, and I fucking love Uber. Like, it's the best thing ever. Like, something that would have took me 20 minutes or $20 worth of a ride now it takes me like $8, and I save so much money. That being said, Uber, you fucking piece of shit, there's some things that you need to fucking fix, and you guys have some serious problems that you have to fix as well. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, and it needs to be fixed ASAP if you want to continue being as popular as you are. So Uber has this ranking system where at the end of every ride, the driver and the customer, they rank each other out of 5 stars, you know, and then that shows up on their portfolio of sorts, so that future customers or drivers can see the quality of person that they're going to be dealing with. And so you rate them out of 5 being like perfect and 1 being shit on a stick, you know. But the thing I don't get is that the rating system is very not specific, you know. I mean, I'll give you an example. So for the majority of my time using Uber, I was a 4.8, and that's amazing. I am a 4.8. People actually thought I'm a 4.8. That's almost perfect, you know. But then after maybe like 3 or 4 more rides, I ended up being a 4.59, I think. Like, what the fuck happened? How did that drop off happen? That makes no fucking sense. And I honestly think I know where that came from. So once again, you rate the person based on how they were as a driver or as a customer at the end of the ride. Now, there are some days where I come into the Uber and I'm really willing to have a conversation with you and talk to you, and if you want to have talk about your day and all that stuff, I'm cool with that. But there are some fucking days where I'm just not feeling it, and I just want to sit down and listen to my music, or just sit down and look out the window. And then you try to talk to me, and I'm like, and I have to act like I'm interested, when in reality I'm not really. I don't give a fuck what's going on. And like, that's the main problem right there. To me, as a customer, if your car doesn't stink, if your car isn't disgusting, and you get me from point A to point B efficiently and effectively, you're getting a 5. There's no reason for me to dock you points. It's absolutely no reason. But why shouldn't I get a 5 if I'm not annoying, if I'm not a mess? Why? Because I didn't talk to you? That makes no... I don't feel like talking to you. That shouldn't like take points off of my mark. That's very unfair. So like, Uber, you need to fucking find a way to fix that problem and just make it so that regardless of what happens, it's either you did good or you did bad, or there's a middle ground. Like this 5-star bullshit, now I look like I'm an person, when before I looked like a stellar person, which I fucking am. I'm fucking stellar. I'm the most stellar person I know. One last issue that I have is that, you know, in the bottom when you look and you're waiting for your Uber, it tells you who it is, what's the car, and all that stuff. Now, I just want you to know, I want Uber to add like a color like a color to the car, because you can see the car and you can see the license plate, but no one's looking at the license plate. I'll give you an example. There was a story. I was waiting at the mall one time, and I was waiting for a Honda Civic. Now, I didn't pay attention to the serial number or the license number, because nobody does. Because if you get, let's say this, if you get close enough to a car to read the license number, chances are that's your Uber. So there's no point in having to get that close, right? So I was waiting for a Honda Civic, and in the front row, when it said that they were there were 3 fucking Honda Civics, all different colors. So then I had to go through every fucking car to see if it was the right one. And unfortunately, the 3rd car that I checked was the one that was the right one. Now, if you just added a color saying red Honda Civic or this, that, and other thing, it's easier for me to identify the color of a car than the fucking license plate of a car. Like, I can get where that license plate comes from, but it makes more sense to just add the color thing. Just add it. It's 2 seconds of formatting in a code, and it works all the time, and it just makes everyone's life a lot easier. So Uber, just step your shit up. But yeah, thanks guys for listening to me rant about taxis and Ubers. At the end of the day, if I could fly, I would never have to use either one. So, I guess I gotta stick with what I have. But thanks for listening. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me about any wacky stories that you had about taxis or Ubers down below in the comments. And until then, y'all, peace easy, man. This week's treasure of YouTube goes to Brandon Fetcher's Arabian Nights mix. Oh my god, I've been craving like Arabian background music, like Aladdin shit, for so long, and I found his channel, and it was just so fucking, it filled my soul so much with all the shit that I wanted to listen to. It has the perfect Arabian music type sounds that you want to hear, what you used to hear in like old school video games. And even the rest of his channel has a bunch of like different fantasy and like otherworldly music that honestly should be put into like video games. So if you like that kind of music, give his channel a like, check it over, see what's going on. Maybe you'll find something you like. I found something I like. So yeah, I hope you check it out, guys.